Dude.
Welcome to the Top 10 List podcast. My name is Brian. This over here is Sarah.
What up?
Thank you for being here and watching or listening. Every week we have two comedians compete to assemble a top 10 list on a different topic. Tonight's topic is best action movies. And the preview on this from our guests is already out of control. So I'm glad that you're joining us.
Yeah, that's a good one.
When we record the show, we are also live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. So some of you are watching with us, some of you are listening later on. I want to say hello to everybody, and make sure you stick around because we always, if you are watching live, you are always part of the show. So stick around, hang out. I want to introduce our guest now. First, sitting right next to me, it's Josh Pereira, everybody. There he is.
Hello, internets.
And then what's funny is I did a video with you, Ruben, the other day, and I always pronounced your last name Acosta.
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce your last name?
That's one way to pronounce it.
Okay, but what's the proper way to pronounce
It's like a long O, Acosta.
Acosta?
Acosta.
Yeah.
Acosta.
I didn't know that.
So, Ruben, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing super well, thank you.
Now, you guys are performers at the Comedy Spot. You're on stuff all the time, but this weekend you're on Riot,
Yes.
which is an improv show that's really great. You have the whole time slot for 50 minutes, and you do a really dynamic type style of improv. So if you're watching, come check out the show if you can this Saturday.
Yeah, 8 p.m. Comedy Spot, Saturday. See both Ruben and I.
You guys were selling
And more
tickets during
people.
my, just the two of you guys. You guys were selling tickets during my class today because I get email notifications every time we sell a ticket.
Oh, that's cool.
We're trending, guys.
was it?
Yeah.
Who was
Trending.
I mean,
It was me.
Yeah, it was Sarah. she was bribing you to be on the show tonight. Well, anyway, thank you guys for being on the
Yeah,
show.
of
I
course.
appreciate it. We'll get back to you guys in a second. I want to make a couple of announcements. So we want to thank the Comedy Spot, as always, for letting us record here at the studio. If you don't know what we do, we're a nonprofit organization. We have improv classes, stand-up classes, sketch classes. We do shows. And we're also, and this is new, a lot of people don't even know this, we are going to be opening up a film school, a short film school at the Comedy Spot. So it's going to be improv, stand-up,
cool.
sketch, and film.
Nice.
And
Nice.
this, what we're doing here, Sarah and I have been doing for like 27 weeks now,
Whoa, that's cool.
it's crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
is building on this idea of having a really cool film program.
Nice.
So when you, if you were with me earlier, I did a Facebook Live for the On the Spot, which is our Sacramento Comedy Spot news show. I ended up messing up, and then the camera was just focused on my whiteboard, which is out of frame right now. But on the whiteboard, it said film school on there. I was just waiting for somebody to see it. And so, but anyway, we're going to have a film school. Nick Coleman is going to be
Yeah.
That's excellent.
our new instructor, and he's going to be
Aw.
teaching a video class.
Just on a side, he's my buddy.
Yeah.
And we conferenced in on what movies to choose for this. So
For this?
Oh.
So
Yeah.
like Nick is like here.
He's
Yeah.
here right now. I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
His essence.
Mhm.
That's weird. Anyway, we do a lot of really cool shit. So thank you for joining us today. And hopefully you can join us live on December the 21st. We have the Sacramento Comedy Spot annual holiday show. Along with music and bands and sketches and improv and all the things, we also give away $3,000 in gifts to the people that show up
That's cool.
to the holiday show. So everyone that comes gets a gift, which is pretty cool.
That
That's
is so
amazing.
cool.
Isn't that great?
I wanna
Yeah.
go now.
I'm
Yeah.
coming.
It's so
I'm
much
gonna
fun.
go.
I'll be there.
Yeah, it's so
For
much
sure.
fun. Also support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SatComedySpot. Thank you for Tessa and Kevin for becoming our latest Patreon patrons. So,
Very cool.
and we know them; they're internal.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Wow.
They did it. They did it because Liz Mary, who is she's our a fundraising director, she mentioned it in our leadership meeting last night. And I think she guilted them into becoming.
Oh, and they're like, take all my money.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're like, okay, I guess I'll do it.
I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to guilt anybody.
Okay,
No,
sure.
you're not guilting me.
All right.
I just want to get on this bandwagon. Those are cool people.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. The rules for the game. You're compiling a list of top 10 best action movies. This is a good topic because I don't even
Yeah.
know where to begin with this.
So many.
So each round, you're going to pitch your pick, and then either me or Sarah or an audience member is going to pick the winner. The person that wins the most in each round is going to get wins the game, gets a point, wins a game.
Fair.
Sarah's going to give you a high five at the end of the game if you win. That's how it goes. Remember that each of you has a switch, which means you can switch the outcomes of our votes. So if I vote for Ruben pick, Josh, you can use your switch and reverse it, and you get that pick. Each of you gets one. You have to use it by the end of the game,
Oh, for
or you
sure.
have to
Okay.
use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's it. We're ready to
Solid.
play.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Sweet.
Who's online? Why don't we say hi to
Hey.
some folks?
Tressie, Britta, Brittany, Evan,
Ooh.
Becky.
Nice. Lots of folks.
Can't scroll anymore. Those are the people.
Thank you for joining
Thank
us, everybody.
you.
I appreciate
Yes,
it.
hello, everyone.
Also, last week we gave out our first list. This is new. So I'm actually writing down like a very nice list that has everybody's name, and then we're all going to sign it at the
Oh,
end
for
of it.
sure.
Oh,
And
that's
then we're going to
cool.
send it to one person.
Yes.
Lisa won last week. Lisa, yours just it got put in an envelope, but it didn't quite.
on its
it
way.
didn't quite hit the mail yet, so it's coming.
It's
I
not
swear.
lost.
No,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, I could see it. But in addition to somebody getting a list, they're also going to get a top 10 list podcast sticker, and a comedy spot sticker. So,
Show it.
yeah, they're right there. Pretty great.
That-
There you go. Oh yeah, you put it right over his face. That was perfect. That's going to be the screen grab I'm going to use
Yes.
for the thumbnail.
No, Ruben.
All right. As always, Ruben, you're furthest away from me, so you actually get to pitch yours first.
Okay.
I guess we'll
How about
start-
it?
Start with 10.
I'm going to start with 10.
Maybe we should start.
And I picked this only because I couldn't choose so many people,
so
and I
many.
thought that
So many.
this one would cover a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Expendables.
Expendables.
That was definitely on my list, but
The
it was not.
Expendables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid choice,
Yeah.
brother.
Now, I'm going to tell you, I've never seen any of the Expendables
Okay,
films.
Just
Me
the,
neither.
the first one's really the only one you really
It
need
really-
to see.
yeah, the first
the
one's
first one.
Actually, really good.
It's really good.
Who's in
Second,
it?
They get
oh,
they
God.
get progressively
Everyone?
stupider.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, as they go
It's like a
on.
big
There's
cast.
so many people.
So,
Okay.
so for somebody who
stopped
hasn't
caring.
seen it, what's the grab? What's the thing?
Oh, like all the action
Yeah,
stars.
every single action star. It has
Statham.
Stallone, Statham, Dolph Lundgren, Jet Li. It has.
I think Bruce Willis and Schwarzenegger make
yeah, they
a
make, like,
small
cameos.
cameo appearance.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And if you
Wow.
watch the second one, it's got
Yeah.
Van Damme. It's got Chuck Norris.
Chuck
Whoa.
Norris for sure.
It's
Okay.
got like.
I know those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it was definitely a solid choice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Rubes.
Are you-
I wouldn't mind losing.
But that's why it's 10 though. 'cause
Yeah.
It's like
yeah,
just the
it's
intro.
cheesy.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Expendables. What are you going to put up against Expendables?
The Fast and the Furious.
Fast and the Furious.
I'm gonna go with Fast and Furious 5 because that was the introduction of Dwayne the Rock Johnson into the franchise.
Which one was that? The Tokyo Drift?
It was definitely not the Tokyo Drift.
Okay. The
I don't. It was some convoluted plot involving a drug dealer
Yeah.
and Brazil.
Yeah, and a big
In
chase
Brazil.
at the end with a huge safe.
Yeah, and Ludacris was a dope in it. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was
Was it
just
what?
good. Ludacris.
he was
Luda-
a what?
He's just one of.
Oh, he
the-
was dope.
just
Yeah,
is
he's dope
Oh,
in it.
okay.
He was just he's one of the characters.
I thought you said he was a dope in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think you said too.
It
No,
kind of
I'm-
revitalized the Fast and Furious.
It did. You know,
franchise.
when they added The Rock, it was just like this is
Oh,
already
that-
good, and
yeah.
like you added The Rock on top of it,
It's a stellar.
and I had to get a movie with The Rock in it, and I felt like that was a solid choice.
Agreed.
You know that I've never seen. I've seen the
God.
first Fast and the Furious,
Oh yeah,
right?
Solid movie.
But only recently, and then it was only because we went and saw the last. What was it called? It's like Fast and the Furious,
Oh,
but it
Hobbs
has
and
Too
Shaw.
fast.
Hubs
too
and Shaw.
fast.
Yeah.
Or is it- which is pretty
Very
funny.
good and
Oh.
funny
Yeah, it's like
and
a
dumb.
spin-off now.
Oh,
It's like-
gotcha. Yeah,
The
yeah.
whole cast is pissed off at Dwayne The Rock Johnson for that.
I'm
by the
living
way.
for all that drama.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I have to say, Ruben's mom is on.
Oh, hey, Mom.
She says, "Hello, this is Ruben's mom. Love your podcast."
Oh, that's
Hi,
so
Ruben's
nice.
mom.
Hey,
That's
Mom.
great.
It's on my podcast.
No,
but I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's
You
Ruben's
know,
now.
it's funny.
It's
I
Ruben's
see your
podcast.
mom comment on your stuff all the time, and she's
I
like,
know.
"I love you."
So
I'm like,
sweet.
My mom is super supportive and she's fantastic.
Aw.
Hola.
That is great.
I'm
That
really
is so
glad
good.
that at least we have our parents to be our fans.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like, you
Yeah.
know.
Isn't that nice?
No one else will be. Kidding.
All right, so I have to pick between the Expendables and Fast and the Furious 5. This is an easy pick for me. I'm going to go with Fast and the Furious 5
Oh,
on this.
solid.
Yeah, Fast and the Furious 5.
Thanks, Brian.
pretty good.
Yeah. So, Josh, you picked up the point for that.
Thank you.
And then you get to go first in
The next round.
Now your mom hates me, by the way.
No,
no.
Pick my
I
baby's
don't think she's
movie.
invested in the.
She just slightly dislikes me. We'll see how the rest of the list goes. And we'll see how that hate grows.
Okay, Okay, Josh, you get to throw out your number 9.
Okay, I know it's a little low on the list, but there's so many good movies out there, guys. But I kind of wanted to hit Ruben with one like up close and personal.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Indiana Jones Temple of Doom.
Oh,
Number 9. That's pretty rough, right?
Okay.
Indiana Jones Temple
Uh-oh.
of Doom.
Come at me, Rubes.
Them fighting
Cool.
lassos
Cool.
and boulders. Is this the one where the rock, not the rock, but that one rock comes tumbling?
You know what? All my movies involve just a rock or the rock.
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, The Rock, I think, is...
Yeah, the movie The Rock is on there as
that's
well.
on there.
I just really wish now I can CGI out The Rock in Indiana Jones 1 and
Yeah.
just have The Rock rolling.
Tumbling.
Yeah.
Doing some somersaults.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. The Rock chasing Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's
We
really...
should do that in the film school. That should be
In the
number
film
one.
school, that's
Yeah.
it. That's the
Wow,
first
that-
lesson.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that's not a meme already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our GIF.
Okay,
Let's
well,
hope so.
don't yuck my yums.
Wow. So Indiana Jones and the Temple of
I might
Doom.
use that.
Yeah.
So why not the first
Oh,
one
yeah.
or why not the fourth
You know what?
one?
It was Short Round that did it for me.
Yeah,
In the
okay.
second one, because
Yeah.
being a like an Asian kid, not really seeing any other Asians on TV,
You're like,
I was like, yep, there he is.
Yeah.
And then he was on the Goonies too, the same
Yeah,
kid.
uh-huh.
And I was like, I am just going to celebrate this little kid's career.
Aw,
Yeah.
he's
And
cute.
yeah, and he was like friends with Indiana Jones. I'm like, dude, who wouldn't want to be like friends with Indiana
Yeah.
Jones?
Yeah.
yeah.
And
that's
then
cool.
that part where he's like, like India's turned on him, and then like he has to hit him with the with the sting.
yeah.
Ah,
It's so sad. It was sad
Yeah.
when Indy turns on him. so.
Yeah.
Why does he
man.
do that? As a curse or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Molaram,
He's
the
been,
curse
like,
of
he's been, like,
Molaram.
hypnotized.
Oh, that was good. That was a good guess.
I don't know. I could write this stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have you not watched any of the Indiana Jones movies?
No, I went on the ride.
It's
At
just like it.
Disneyland.
good.
Same thing.
Just as
I don't
good.
think so.Maybe I have. It's hard to tell. I don't know.
You're not really into movies though.
Yeah, like when I watch movies, it takes me like 3 days to watch a movie.
Oh.
I did just watch a movie.
Okay,
yeah, like
you know
yesterday.
what? We're gonna start a second podcast.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's gonna be called Brian and Sarah Watch Movies.
Okay, that'd be good.
And then I want to
Yeah.
get like we'll watch it and we'll talk about
Like
it.
a
Uh-huh.
reaction, like a reaction video.
Yeah, and it'll be
Yeah.
like 15
Perfect.
minutes.
Yeah,
It'll
you
be
edit
like,
you edit it to just your reactions on the biggest parts.
That's it. Yeah, we'll
that's
just
a
do
great
15
That'd be
idea.
minutes.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can learn how to edit it in the film school.
and
Let us know if you watch
bringing
it.
it back
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
If it's a good idea,
Oh,
we'll
and
do
that
it.
scene with the monkey brains,
Yeah.
chilled monkey brains.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he drives away, he's like a 10-year-old kid driving
Yeah,
in a
he's got-
car
yeah,
with like
you get
little things stuck to his
You,
feet.
you get it,
Little
Roots.
box, yeah.
Yeah.
You get it.
Okay, so Indiana Jones is Josh's pick for number 9. Ruben,
Yeah.
what's your pick?
I'm gonna hit hard as well. I'm gonna go with Predator.
Ooh, good one.
Predator,
That's a
yeah.
great movie.
Yeah.
That's
Arnold-
like the first Expendables.
Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger and I think Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers.
Oh, Jesse Ventura. Oh my god.
Okay,
God.
that's
It's
like
so-
a governor,
Did
right?
you know?
Yeah.
Did
Okay.
you know?
I know him.
that Jean-Claude
JCVD.
Jean-Claude Van Damme was the Predator.
He was the Predator.
Was he
Yep.
really?
Jean-Claude Van
Yeah,
Damme.
but he got really pissed off because you never
he
see
never
his
gets
face.
credit. He doesn't
Yeah,
get credit
you
for
never see
it.
his face.
The
I never knew
alien
that.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I
Predator.
think he quit
That's
halfway
Jean-Claude.
through it. He's like, I'm out.
Oh, I don't know about
Did he
that.
do the splits in it at all?
Yeah,
He might
yeah,
have.
that's
I don't
in his
know.
that's in his writer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's his
I
contract.
have to do the
That's a
split.
split every single time.
Yeah.
I have to.
So we're Indiana Jones versus the Predator. So that's your
Okay.
pick. Yeah.
Oh
Spielberg.
Yeah,
boy.
Indiana
You've been on
Jones
the
versus
ride, right? Have you been on the
Predator.
Predator ride?
What's the predator?
It doesn't
Okay,
exist.
so the Predator,
That'd be cool if it did though.
it's a bunch of army dudes. They go to
Oh yeah, we
an
really
island.
didn't talk
yeah,
about
they
it.
go to
Yeah.
an island
And they
and they're getting picked off by some weird hunter, some
Yeah.
predator.
It's like the
But it turns
hunter
out to
is now
be-
the hunted.
It's like an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Right.
This dude is like killing them. And then at the end, it's like they're taking them out one by one. And then
It's just-
obviously Schwarzenegger.
It's just Schwarzenegger
Obvious.
versus
Gotta
the
take
alien.
him out at the end.
It's a very like man
Using his
versus-
armor skill.
man
army
versus
skills.
Yeah.
Well, isn't the idea behind Predator is that it's like God realized that humans were bad and he wanted to kill them, so he sent them the Predator.
No, that's the
that
Alien
something-
Covenant movie.
And I'm gonna say, if you say yes, I'm
Covenant
gonna say yes. If
I
you
don't know
vote
who
for
told
mine.
me that. I'm not really sure.
That would have fucking changed
That
my
was
entire
so
world.
good, Sarah.
It's like-
the fact that you even had like some knowledge of something that was sort of related
Sort
to
of
Alien,
tangentially.
That had the alien name.
I knew where you were going with it, and I was like, no.
But who's to say God didn't send the Predator down?
I'm gonna have a lot of
Earth.
really good things
Think
to
about
say.
it, he probably.
Yeah.
Well,
did.
anyways, I do
Yeah.
want to say one thing. Well, I'll vote, but I do have a comment that I need to address.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Harrison
All
Ford
right.
is a cutie pie.
Harrison Ford?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Okay, so Frank Dixon Graham says, it's hard to find someone weirder than me, but I felt so at home at your musical show this past weekend. You guys rocked. So funny, so very funny. I'll never look at my TV the same way.
Oh, thank
Wow,
you.
that's really nice.
And he
That's
said,
awesome.
I couldn't understand Grandpa, but whoever understands Grandpa. This doesn't
Thank you
make a lot
very
of sense.
much.
I even
But-
pointed that out in the show.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I was like, what does he say?
That's
That was
really
a
funny. The
fun
three of us
show.
are in your
Yeah.
musical.
Yeah.
That's
It was
nice.
a really fun show.
That was a fun
Super
show.
fun.
That was really nice. Thank you
Very
so much.
nice.
for that.
Thank you, Frank.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Harrison Ford.
yeah, you guys both you have picked up both points so far. We're back over to Ruben. You get to
That's
pitch
fine.
picture number 8.
I'm
Do we
gonna
need to shut the door? Is there someone here to work? If there's someone here to work, we should.
Yeah.
We share a space, so it's probably
Yeah.
not the nicest.
Once I hear about movies,
There we
we
go.
have to type up a report at night.
Yeah, I know. All right, here we go. Number 8. What are you gonna?
I'm gonna go with John Wick.
John
Yeah,
Wick.
that's a
All
good.
right.
Oh.
Man, these are all great movies. I can't.
They are. It's so
There's
tough.
no good
That's
or right
super
or
tough.
wrong.
Yeah.
Up is down.
Down is up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say.
John Wick is great. That's a good movie.
Yeah. John Wick is great.
And it just has like super fantastic like gunplay,
Yeah.
like moves, fighting techniques, and obviously Keanu Reeves is
Keanu Reeves.
is the best thing
The Reeves
ever,
is.
to be honest.
You know what's great about that movie too is like they shot it with like a level of realism. They really trained Keanu. Like it wasn't just like it
Yeah.
wasn't just like an action double that
Yeah, they
They
show
were-
him doing
and
like
super
like
long
courses
takes,
with guns,
like super long takes
yeah.
too. Like
Mhm.
they wouldn't cut or edit. They would just keep on throwing guys at him.
Yeah.
See what happens. And
It's
he just-
fantastic.
The guys there's a YouTube channel Corridor. They do reaction videos to CGI work and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's really fun. They reshot parts of John Wick to add more realistic guns going off and stuff like
Oh,
that.
that's awesome. Yeah, because they use a lot of
Ah.
CGI
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. I don't know. I just saw that video not too
Yeah.
long ago.
Nice.
All right,
Okay.
John Wick at number
That's
8.
a good one.
That-
I appreciate
Josh,
that.
what are you gonna put against John Wick?
I had to include this one because I really felt like it was like a genre buster for me,
Mhm.
and I'm a family man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with The Incredibles.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
wondering
Just-
if this would happen.
It just
Yeah.
pulls at all my heartstrings, and it kind of it does what the Watchmen didn't do, and it really makes you feel for like superheroes in a way that you didn't before. That they're just like you and me,
Yeah.
and it was just full of action too. And, oh, it was so
He
good.
loves it.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I like The Incredibles.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I
It's
like all
super good.
Pixar and Disney and everything.
that one
so.
especially for me
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you gone on the Incredicoaster at California Adventure? No.
Is it
I've
good?
been on its previous
So good.
on
Oh.
its previous iteration
Yeah,
when
the
it was
California Screaming.
Yeah.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
been on the Screaming, yeah. Okay.
It's the same
so-
thing.
yeah.
But
It's just
they
they
put
put
Dash
yeah
on
yeah
Any
yeah.
of these things.
I've been on California Screaming.
Ooh, I have an idea. We should
Go to
get a
Disney.
lot of people.
We've been talking about this.
with the comedy spot to go to Disney.
We've been
Yeah,
talking about
we
this.
should. That'd be fun.
I
No,
would be
you
down.
Get a big old bus.
when I was on this show with Chris,
Did I mention?
and you
it?
mentioned
Yeah.
it. You showed
This
us
is-
your pin
Oh,
thing,
shoot.
and then you're like, we should all get together and.
Sorry. Keep going.
Sarah, I think I'm turning into the old man of the show where I just tell stories over and over again.
To make you like, here, I have something.
Yeah.
Nice.
What is?
It's like a soundboard. She's got a soundboard.
Yeah.
So every time you tell a story that we've heard, we'll go like this. We'll go. It's very loud, so I need to hold it back here.
You're gonna want to blow out the microphone.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
exactly.
great.
That's pretty dope. Where'd you get?
Yeah,
where'd
where'd
you
I
get
don't
that?
know. This is in my Christmas bin. I have like a bin of Christmas
Oh.
decorations, and I found it in there. So I was like,
That's pretty
Nice.
fun.
That's
Awesome.
perfect.
That's very
for
good.
this.
So John Wick versus The Incredibles. It's back over to me, and then we'll do you, and then we'll
and then
do
we'll
an
get
audience.
someone on.
Yeah, audience is
mine.
good.
So I really like The Incredibles, but I think that when we talk about action movies, we're more into like the
Yeah.
live people
No,
action movies. So I'm gonna go with John Wick on this
yeah,
round
that's
for
good.
sure.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Thank you. I always
Isn't,
like winning
doesn't
on
he have like a
technicality.
dog too? He like loves his
did.
dog.
did.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the whole-
yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
that's the
yes,
thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Spoiler
yeah, yeah,
alert,
yeah,
guys.
Spoiler
Spoiler
alert. If you haven't seen it,
If you haven't seen the
It's
first
okay.
10
I knew
minutes of
there's
the movie.
something about a dog in there.
It's the catalyst.
Someone stopped watching it at 9, and they just thought it was
Yeah.
a nice boy and his dog.
Yeah.
Oh, what a
movie's
nice.
That's so nice.
So nice.
Oh, so sweet.
All right, we're at number 7. We're back over to Josh. You get the
Okay,
pictures first.
this one.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
no,
I
no, no.
apologize.
No, no, no.
Is there anybody online? I just
Yeah.
wanted to keep checking with them because
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the.
when we check in, it
People
keeps
love
people
them.
around, and
It's
it's
better.
Yeah, and I noticed a couple of my coworkers got on here too.
Really?
I don't know if they're
Wow.
actually still here, but Gabrielle and
Stay on, people.
Kimberly.
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Sarah's funny.
Back. People like The Incredibles. People like John Wick.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
both good movies.
Both really good.
You don't have to like either or. You can like them
That's
both.
true. Like them both. There's nothing wrong with that.
Do you get people from your
Yes,
work
yeah.
coming to see you yet? Like at the
No.
No,
I'm not like outright invited them yet.
because you're fairly new to this job, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, yeah,
You worked at a map
I do mapping.
mapping.
Yes.
You're
Mhm.
a cartographist.
I am a cartographist. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So not yet, but
little known fact.
people
about
want
Sarah,
to.
guys.
Pe- I think people are starting to
The more
catch
you know.
on. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh. Sorry. What's your number 7?
This one, it just blew my mind when I watched it because it was so good. It just felt. Kill Bill 1.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah.
Kill,
Pretty
it's
good.
one that people might forget, but then when you think about it, you're like, no, that was a good action movie.
Totally.
And it's
You seen Kill
Tarantino.
Nope.
Yeah.
But I know some stuff.
And and Uma Thurman, she's badass
killed
in
it.
that
She
movie.
is.
She had like a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yes, she does
she did have a sword.
She knows
I
stuff.
liked how you did like a pantomime
That's
on a
very
sword
good.
before you.
It's gonna be the podcast for us.
Yeah, you could have
She
just said
has a-
sword. You didn't have to pull out a sword. She had a pen. Pull out a pen.
Does Kill Bill 1 end with the big fight inside
Yeah,
like the
Oren
club?
Ishii
Yeah,
against
yeah,
the Crazy
yeah.
88s.
Man.
And oh man, that's so
Ooh.
good.
The
She,
soundtrack is so
she fights Lucy
fantastic.
Liu at the end there, and there was and then I was watching the movie and it had anime in it,
Yeah.
like a good 5 minutes of anime. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this movie? That's
I gotta
so
go back and watch this. I mean, I
so
love this film,
good.
but I haven't seen it in such a long
Keith,
time.
David Carradine's in the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Okay, cool.
So
Although
good.
it doesn't come up till the second one though.
That's right.
Oh, you're right.
yeah,
You're
but
right.
Still,
Kill Bill 1.
Mhm.
What are you gonna put against Kill Bill
Volume
1,
one.
Ruben?
I'm gonna revisit a movie called
Ooh.
Indiana Jones and the Temple
Oh.
of Doom.
No way. Oh, that's so sweet.
That's how we know.
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah.
I knew it was about the placement.
Yeah.
It's all about the
Agreed.
placement. You got to come up with the heavy hitters early,
Oh.
or they're gonna get taken.
That's
I know.
really funny.
I know.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's one scene in Temple of Doom that I do not like, and that's
Which one?
when they jump out of the plane and they're on the boat.
Yeah, and then they
and
fly
then,
down the.
yeah.
You're like that. You're like it.
Too much.
It stopped.
It's
right?
like Indiana Jones 4.
Yeah, when he gets into the
Yes.
refrigerator
Yes.
and he survives a
Yes,
nuclear
and it just
war.
drives me crazy. Yeah.
You're just like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
You can
But
only
it-
stretch it so
it
much.
was based on serial, like those serial movies of the 1940s and 1920s,
don't
like
care.
Errol Flynn. It was supposed to be just unbelievable stuff that he was going
Yeah.
through.
Nope, you lost
I mean,
me.
I
Too
watched it when I was maybe 12 years old.
Yeah.
And I was on top. I was all in. I was like, oh, I want to do that.
I
I want to
was
get
all
in
in.
a lifeboat or
I
a
was
life
a-
afloat.
I was a
floaty thing
1000%
and just fall
in.
out
Yeah.
and survive.
Agreed.
All
Yeah.
right, so Kill Bill 1 versus Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
It's me.
This is you.
Okay. Well,
Don't
I'm
forget
gonna
the
go
sword,
with.
Sarah. You did the sword.
I know I did the sword. That's pretty iconic. I'm
Don't
gonna do
forget that
Kill Bill.
Harrison Ford is
I know,
a cutie.
I know.
Harrison Ford
He
is a cutie.
but I can't forget that sword. Obviously, it's in my head.
That is hilarious. All right, so Josh picked up a point for Kill Bill 1.
Makes sense.
Awesome.
Makes sense.
Let me pick someone to pick the next one.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Audience.
I just saw that Robert Best got on.
Oh,
Yay.
So, Bob Best, you were gonna pick this next round. Okay.
Okay. I hope he's.
I
All right.
hope. Yeah.
I hope he's.
He just
listening.
logged on.
All right, number 6. Ruben, it's over to you. What are you gonna pitch? For number 6?
I am gonna pitch The Matrix.
Matrix.
Oh, so good. You know what? I wanted to put that up earlier because I knew you were gonna come hard with that.
Yeah.
God, that's such a good movie.
Matrix is a great movie.
It's
Mm.
ridiculous.
I love The Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a great movie.
And I'm gonna say that I like the other two as well. I don't know if people hate on the last two. That's fine.
Oh gosh.
But
Yeah.
and the first one is definitely the best out
There
of
were
the three.
three
Yeah.
of them.
But I still
There were,
Wow.
you know what? There were moments in 2 and 3 that I enjoyed.
Yeah, agreed.
But I say
Yeah.
as a complete picture,
No.
No.
I mean, for me, it was all about the
The
story
first one,
and
the
the
first one.
fighting and the action.
Yeah, the first one.
The
Just
third
blew
one
me away.
The third one,
Yeah.
they have the big fight scene at the end, and they have those robots.
Yeah,
that's
dope.
shooting up.
Oh yeah.
And I love
Oh,
that,
yeah.
but the thing I hated about that scene was that they have to reload those things with a guy with a little gopher cart. that
Yeah,
has to,
they have
like-
all that technology.
Yeah, they have all this
And then
technology.
it's just so stupid.
But
at
they
that
need a dude to like roll out the cart to get to the ammo.
Like,
to
why
these
don't they have
big
the ammo
robots.
on the side next to them?
Yeah, why are we moving it
and
around?
then just like
man,
click at
guys.
themselves with their
Yeah,
leg or
what?
something.
What a poor.
That's just poor planning.
Yeah, poor way
Yeah.
to fight.
That's the logistics manager dropping the ball.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's like on the general.
Yeah.
That was really his fault.
So
Yeah,
Matrix.
definitely.
Yeah,
Matrix.
Yeah,
Matrix.
but
Matrix.
it had bullet time, which was great.
Oh, it just
Yeah.
so many movies copied the Matrix. It was like
Yeah.
yeah. It's, just,
it
I
set
can't
the
even-
bar.
Yeah.
I can't
That
even.
that final, or well, not the final scene, but the scene where they're going into the building to save Morpheus is probably one of the best gunplay
with
scenes
the
ever.
bullets and then the water.
Yeah.
And then
And
like the way that Trinity
Yes.
does like a flip off of the column, and then she straight up like, oh no, when she does like a cartwheel, picks up a machine gun off the floor,
Yeah,
and
I
then
know
starts
this.
shooting and killing everyone. Oh
Yeah, I was so into that movie.
Jason Casey and I were in a show once, and Jason decided that he was going to do a flip off the wall.
Nope.
Oh no.
Where he was going to run toward the wall and flip off of it. Now, keep
Was
in
he
mind,
successful?
Oh no, Jason!
He does.
No,
Not Jason is a very handsome man, but I don't know that he looks like the most aerodynamic person.
No.
Is
And
he-
so,
wow.
I mean, obviously, he got one step on the wall and just fell straight to the ground.
Yeah, that's how gravity works.
I think he messed up like his ribs or something.
no.
But
I would have just done like I would have finished it with like like that with my hands.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Pretend,
That makes it
pretend.
Pretend I just flipped right now.
that's what
Yeah,
I do
we
when I
get it.
trip.
Yeah.
Makes everything okay. So, all right, Matrix, Ruben. What are you going to put against Matrix, Josh?
Okay, definitely The Matrix is dope. So great job, Rubes.
Oh,
But this movie kind of changed the game a little bit.
Oh.
And of this director, I would say this is one of his crowning achievements.
Okay.
Not the crowning achievement, but one of them. I'm gonna go Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
For sure.
Wow.
It's very good.
Yeah.
You're
It's
right.
very good.
That's monumental.
Yeah. I mean, when
Have you seen it?
No. I know Terminator though. Like that's legit.
no, but I mean, like back in the '90s, when he morphed, when he came out of the fire.
Yeah.
My
I
mind
know
was
this
like,
scene. I know that scene.
boom! I was just like, what?
He's like eyes are all melting and
Yeah,
stuff or
dude.
something.
I was 13
I
and
would
I
say
was
it is
like,
pretty
that's
monumental.
amazing.
Maybe it should be more
Higher,
than 6.
right. No,
Oh,
I know, but you
yeah.
put Matrix at 6, so I mean, let's
It's
not play
true.
this game.
It's
Oh,
true.
calm down, boys.
Guys, and don't forget your Switch. Our Switcheroonies are going nuts right now in
Yeah,
the
don't
comments.
forget
saying,
your
"Don't
Switch."
Forget the Switch.
I know.
Also, Sarah, we should not do movie episodes anymore because
I know. I should
Passionate?
probably speak up. Like, guys, let's not.
let's not do
But I
movies.
was like, it'll be fun in case I do know some of these. And it's not like I
No,
don't know
I-
them.
I
but-
went into this knowing that you would not have seen any of these.
Well, I saw The Matrix. Like,
Oh, you did?
yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Whoa.
And
That
I
must have blown your
probably saw
mind.
Indiana Jones. I don't know. Who knows?
So, well, if we do our movie podcast, you'll be up on a lot more movies.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah,
All right.
true.
Robert Bess.
Bess has been silent since.
Oh God.
Dang it.
He might have turned it
It's
on.
just
and
that
then-
it's okay. Becky Tomlinson. Let's just do this.
Yeah.
Well, why don't one of us vote? Becky's got the next one because
Okay.
it takes a minute.
Okay,
Becky
yeah.
Tomlinson has the next one. She
Okay,
is active.
She's got next. She's got next. All right,
Yes.
cool.
Do you want me to take this, or do you want
Yeah,
it to?
yeah.
Yeah, like you have to have seen the movie. I mean, you can't-
Eh.
I agree that both of these films.
Oh, they're great.
have
They're both
been,
great. Either one.
Yeah.
Either
They are
one.
game changer movies.
Yeah.
Either one.
But I'm gonna have to go with Matrix on this.
Yeah,
one
that's
for sure.
yeah. I mean, that's good.
I mean, you can't go wrong.
You can't go
No,
wrong with that
yeah,
movie.
either one of these would have been
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Matrix is a great
Yeah,
film.
one might have put it higher.
I'm voting for all the leather in that, like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
the dark glasses.
When it
Yeah.
was
leather
okay to wear
jackets.
all leather.
Yeah. And listen to Trent
and not be a
Reznor.
horrible person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because unless you do it now, and you're like,
Like,
"Mm."
oh, they're
And
off.
I'm sorry for all the leather wearers out
Yeah.
there. In particular, the voters.
Yes. Who's voting?
They're gonna be
The
against you
voters.
later on.
Leather
All right,
wing
number
voters.
5. We're back over to Josh. Josh, what's your pick for number 5?
Yeah, this could have gone higher, but I mean, at this point now, it's just a crapshoot, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have a lot of similar ones here at the top
Agreed.
end.
Yeah,
I
you
agree.
probably will.
Let's go Empire Strikes Back, yo.
No.
Let's do it.
All right.
And it's hard because, like, Star Wars isn't necessarily just an action franchise. I mean, it's an epic. It's a fantasy. It's a science fiction.
Yeah, it's like an
But
action adventure.
I just feel like of
fantasy.
all of them, if you're gonna be represented by one, it's got to be Empire.
Empire Strikes Back is by far
It's
the
definitely
best Star Wars
representative.
film that
The
there
best.
is. Yeah,
Yes,
it's
It's
great.
the best.
Tell me which one that is.
It's
The
all right.
Empire Strikes Back
It's
is.
okay.
the second of the
Second of
originals.
them, of the originals. Yeah.
Okay, so these are the old people, like Harrison Ford is
Yeah.
in it.
Yoda is introduced.
Yep.
Okay. I think I've seen it.
It's got so much.
Yoda and the first fight between Luke.
He gets put
and-
inside a tauntaun.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Did they go to the cantina?
No, that's the
No,
first
that's
one.
the
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang it.
It's like the snow area. Do you remember the snow planet?
This is the one where he gets his hand chopped off.
Everything.
And this is the
Okay, I
I
think I
am
do
your
know.
father.
The big-
Okay, yeah,
the-
that's
the-
then that is.
Thus
yeah.
far, one of the biggest like cliffhangers
Yeah.
people had ever seen in a movie. They're like,
Yeah.
"What?"
I remember just like what's
People
gonna
were
happen
just
in the
losing their
last one.
stuff. Everyone was like,
Dang.
"Oh my god, yeah."
Yeah, it's
So
brilliant films. All right, Empire Strikes Back. What are you gonna put against that?
I'm gonna go with now this movie. I feel like wasn't what started everything, but it
Yeah.
solidified
Yeah.
what would become the largest
We got
franchise.
a cereal. We got a cereal.
The Avengers.
Oh, you're going Avengers 1.
Avengers 1.
Okay.
I've seen
let's-
that.
Avengers 1.
We can talk about this because I have,
Yeah, because Iron Man clearly is the one that started everything.
Yeah.
But Avengers is what like you're
The
like,
first-
oh
the
wow,
fir-
this is what could be
the first Avengers.
for everything.
Okay, I
yeah,
feel you, I feel
for
you.
all of like Marvel films.
Yeah.
Good job.
Avengers was great.
You're right.
It was good.
Have you seen Avengers?
I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Avengers is great. It's just
Yeah.
such a good, and the last one is fantastic.
It's a
too.
good.
Yeah.
It's a great series.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, so Empire Strikes Back. Wow, Empire Strikes Back versus Avengers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
don't
just
wanna
don't take them as franchises. Take them as singular movies,
Yeah.
Ryan.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Think about
True.
Who's voting?
Becky,
Becky.
Tomlinson. She's there, so she will.
Oh, good. This is really difficult.
Yeah, this one is something
It's
to
a-
really mull over.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I tell ya.
Let's see. What am I going to... Dentist? This one is my favorite. It's called Too Bad, So Sad.
Oh, that's my favorite. I do that without a box. Sometimes when someone says something that's
Yeah.
really dumb, I go wah 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 wah.
Totally.
wah, wah.
Yeah. Wow, 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 wow.
Every time I
That
have
is-
sex right afterwards,
Someone
that's-
does that. Yeah.
Too bad, so
No one
sad,
even says
baby.
it. Just the universe pipes it in.
No, this is what I do. This is what I do.
So gross.
You.
So gross.
Yuck.
My coworkers are so much. Okay, let's see, Becky. Becky says Avengers.
Oh,
Thank you, Becky.
Wow.
Thank you, Becky.
I
didn't
wonder
see
if she
that
hasn't
coming.
seen. She says, "I love both series of these movies," and then she goes, okay, Avengers.
Okay, that's
yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah,
that's
it was a tough choice.
no,
That's a tough
yeah.
choice.
Yeah, yeah,
Both
yeah.
are good.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Number four. Number four. Back over to Ruben.
Yeah. Okay. So this
Thank you, Becky,
one
for
is-
voting.
Yeah.
Is
no,
there
Yes,
any-
thank you, Becky.
Thanks,
you,
Becky.
Before we go to that, is there anything else that anybody wants to say? I feel
The
like
other epic cliffhanger, Evan. The other epic cliffhanger was when the first Doctor regenerated into the second Doctor. What's that about?
that's Doctor
Doctor
Who.
Who.
Okay. Frank.
Which I-
Yeah, Frank says if someone gets to draw upon stars, you should go with a Batman movie like Dark Knight.
Hey, let's not.
Instead of spoiler.
Yeah, let's not spoil the rest of this show.
You know what's really funny is I was going to share something with you right now that would have gotten me sued by Disney.
What? You
Wow.
know some Disney secrets?
Yeah, no, this is for real. I
Well, don't share it. I don't.
yeah,
want
I'm
you-
not. I'm gonna run around it. I was given some information, and but part of getting that information was that I couldn't mention exactly what it was
Nice.
Oh.
until
Did you get like an
Chill.
NDA? Is this
later
non-disclosure
Christmas Day.
agreement?
in December. Yeah.
Oh, till like Christmas Day, probably, huh? You put it in a box and your kids open it up?
I can't be specific like that, but I had an opportunity that I couldn't take, and it was pretty great. That's all I can say.
Really?
That leaves me wholly unsatisfied,
That's
and
cool.
I would
Isn't
have
there a
wished
Star
you
Wars
never.
movie coming out like
Yeah.
couple
Yeah.
weeks
In
on my
December.
birthday.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I'm guessing it has.
Yeah, that'd be
something to do
really
with
awesome.
that.
So
Okay.
so let's go to number 4. Ruben, what are you gonna put up?
Wait, what was the suggestion? What was his name again? Who just said
Who said what? Frank.
Frank? So Frank,
Yeah.
this is for you, my friend.
Oh.
And number 4,
Oh.
it's The Dark
Dark
Knight.
Knight.
Dude,
Oh.
that is so
That's
wild.
so
Yeah.
crazy, dude. That's so crazy because
That's
no,
cool.
it's not. But it is so close.
Okay,
It
okay,
is so close.
Oh, okay. Well,
okay.
All right.
I'm nervous.
That's great. What a great movie. Dark Knight's great.
Yeah, and not only just the acting, obviously, clearly
It's just
Heath
such a good
Ledger is
movie.
fantastic in it.
Yeah.
and just how
I love
great it is.
Batman's.
But Batman's just
I love-
like
I
the
love
fighting,
Batman's.
the action, everything about it's
Aaron
fantastic.
Eckhart was also very good in that movie.
Yeah.
Aaron
Yeah,
Eckhart.
yeah.
Is that Two-Face?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know this.
Nice.
I do remember
call.
this movie very well. Actually, it was a good one.
Dark Knight's great.
Great movie.
All right, so what are you
Excellent
gonna put
movie.
against Dark Knight, Josh?
I've got Die Hard.
Oh,
1.
shit.
Die Hard 1.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's Christmas. It's got to
It
be
is.
on
Yeah.
the list.
It is.
Yeah, like I just want to talk a little bit about Die Hard
Let's talk
because
about
it's
it.
just like, when people went into Die Hard, they're like, Bruce Willis, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Like he's on he's like on Moonlighting or something.
Yeah,
he's like
on Moonlight.
Oh,
he
yeah.
just like he's just a
He's
joke.
just this guy.
Who's
Yeah.
this guy? And then he just through the entire movie he just gets wrecked, like left. He steps on glass. No one had ever seen like an action hero go through the garbage that he had to go through in
Yeah.
this movie, and then just like zinger after zinger, just one liner after one liner,
And,
and
a
then
guy
and
with,
then
with like thinning hair.
and then
I'm all
the
about
action
it.
just like ratcheted like to like crescendo levels.
Yeah.
Hans Gruber, oh come on,
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman, oh
So good.
Die Hard is still one of my favorite movies of
Yeah.
all
so
time.
good,
Yeah.
so
No,
Nakatomi,
Tony Plaza. Yeah.
Nakatomi.
The first movies we're gonna watch are all the movies that you absolutely have to see. And Die
Yeah,
Hard.
right.
are
I need
on
the
them.
classics. Yeah,
Yeah.
Die
Wait
Hard
a
would be one.
second. You're in a sketch. In fact, in this next
I
show,
do
where
not
you
even
play the Coke
understand my
guy.
character.
he plays the Coke
I
guy.
don't even get it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm like in that sketch. I'm watching it. I'm like, wow, this is good stuff.
Oh, you just like you went
Where
on.
did they come up with
You
this?
just went on like film clips. And
yeah, exactly.
Because we show a clip as a setup for the later thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so this is to me. This is Dark Knight versus Die Hard.
Both good movies.
Oh, man.
Oh
I
man,
can't
that's
do it.
like
Both
choo-
good
that's like
movies.
choosing your children. You can't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, I think this movie almost defines this topic. It's got to be Die Hard. For
Yeah,
sure.
it's an
So-
action movie through and through.
Yeah.
For sure. For
Through and
Die Hard.
through.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
All right,
Okay.
that's cool. I don't know. I'll watch it and then I'll agree.
So Die
They're
Hard.
both good.
Die Hard picked up a point for Josh. We're at number 3, so Josh, you get to pick yours.
Well, Rubes, don't feel sad
Uh-oh.
because number 3 is The Dark Knight for me.
Oh.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
this
Yeah.
is cool.
We're very close in numeration.
We are. We
What
are.
was the other one you guys had both had on your list?
We had Indiana Jones.
Indiana
and
Jones.
Temple of
and
Uh-huh.
Doom. Out of all the Indiana Jones movies, I can't believe you guys are
Temple.
both on
'Cause I
those.
had-
Me,
kid.
Temple is the best.
It's the
It's
Temple.
the first
Yeah.
one that I watched, and then I watched Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I was like, dude, this is actually very good, but it's
Not
not,
as
as
good?
good as dude like trying to take dude's heart out. Kalima.
Yeah, Kalima.
Kalima.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me it was the kid tie-in. I
Yeah.
think is
Yeah.
what just drew me in.
Because
Yeah.
1 and 3 are my favorite, and I don't. And
Oh, I
then-
like 3.
Oh, three's so good.
I like
Yeah.
3.
I
Yeah.
like 1, 3, 2, 4. Is the
Oh,
way
in
it
that
works for
order?
me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
4 is
Yeah.
definitely at the end.
Yeah, it's just not
So
good.
it's like
Mhm.
2, 3, 1.
Yeah, me.
Four.
Same
Yeah.
thing. 2, 3, 1.
2, 3, 1, 4.
2, 3, 1,
4.
4, which is my code to my alarm.
Yeah. I gotta change my alarm.
All right, Dark Knight. What are you gonna put against Dark Knight?
I need to unlock my phone.
2, 3, 4, 1.
number, yeah.
2, 3, 4, 1.
We're on
Open.
3, yes?
Yes, 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go with Terminator 2
wow.
because
love
it
this,
does
dude.
deserve to be a little bit higher.
So many that
It
are
does deserve
similar.
to be higher.
I can't
Ah.
believe the two of you have such similar picks.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
All right.
just
I
there's
wouldn't
so
have known
many.
it.
That's why we're friends.
Yeah.
This is to
Mhm.
you,
Truth.
Sarah.
True. This
Truth.
is me.
Yeah.
This is Dark Knight versus Terminator 2.
I guess which one have you seen, Sarah?
Dark Knight.
And also,
Yeah.
which one? Who said it was the quintessential film?
Yeah.
but didn't even make it on the list earlier.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So you're basically
Well,
you're
this
like
doesn't
pushing the
matter.
vote my way is what
None
you're
of
doing.
this matters because I really like Dark Knight. It was good. It was a good movie. It was
All
creepy.
right.
It was crazy.
It's very good. Yeah.
Creepy, crazy.
So
and-
Dark Knight picks up the point for Josh at number
Yeah.
Sounds
3.
like a plan.
Yeah.
yeah.
I want you to know, Ruben, I'm getting a lot of these points, but a lot of these are your answers too.
Yeah, I
They're
feel
just
like a
in-
winner.
You should feel
I feel like
okay.
a
Yeah,
winner
they're just
nonetheless.
in different
Yeah.
orders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I knew the order would be key.
let's do this. Let's have the audience
Number
pick this
2.
one,
Yes.
if that's okay.
Yes, totally.
And there's any comments, anything that people want to say before we move on?
Beck says Beck is basically giving a play-by-play of what her husband would vote for.
Yeah.
Let's hear
great.
it.
That's great,
Let's hear
yeah.
Well,
it.
then have
My
her husband
husband-
pick the next
Yeah,
one.
Beck, your husband gets to pick this number 2
Yeah, that'd be
slot.
great.
That's
what
happening
he
right
would
now.
say or what he is saying.
What he is. She says, my husband Vince says Terminator 2, smiley face. So
That's a good
Vince,
movie.
Vince, you're
Vince,
voting.
That was on my list.
Vince's vote.
And you know what? Since Vince is just in the background listening, he gets the list tonight. We're going to send Vince the list.
Yeah.
We're going
Solid.
to turn him into a not just a side fan, but
Yes.
a on the
Yeah,
computer
yes,
fan.
that's true.
Yeah.
Let's get him in
Yeah.
here. He
Yeah.
needs to be a separate
Yeah.
viewer.
All right, so number 2, Ruben, it's over to you first.
All right, so I feel like this movie is the new wave of action films.
Interesting.
Speak on it.
And also, one of my favorite actors. He can do no wrong in any action
No-
film that
no
he's
wrong?
in. No wrong. No, I don't care what you say.
A new wave.
Zero wrong in
Little
this
bit of
movie.
wrongs?
No,
No,
never.
okay.
Action
Unless it
films.
has to do outside of film.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay. Any hashtags?
Yes.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say, and I'm gonna revisit this because he revitalized the Fast and Furious franchise. Fast 5
That was my.
Fast 5
put
as
that
well.
at number 2.
put
Fast
that at
5.
You
10.
guys didn't even
At
pick any
number-
others.
Are we talking
Two.
about the Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
Yes.
Johnson's? Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
Yes.
He did
Wow.
revitalize it.
He
He did.
did.
I can't believe you're picking the same like actual movies from the
It's
series.
so crazy.
Fast
It's-
5.
it-
It's
not
so
not
weird.
not only the same like series, but we're picking
But the actual
same
movie.
movies.
Movie. For the same
Ah,
reasons.
I knew I liked you,
Oh,
Ruben, but
man.
Yeah,
is too
because if I
much.
were picking, I would be I wouldn't be picking the same Indiana Jones movie. I would pick the same Star Wars movie. I wouldn't pick the same Avengers movie. I would pick, Dark Knight. That makes sense.
well, don't ruin it. We still have 2 more.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I shouldn't let it go.
Yeah,
huh?
don't let it go.
Okay, let's move forward.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay, wait. When do we do honorable mentions? That's before number 1, right?
We'll do it when I'm adding up scores.
Okay,
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 cool,
okay,
cool,
okay.
cool,
So at the end.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Fast
yeah,
and Furious 5. What are you going to put against that,
Good,
Josh?
dude.
It's
Good job, Rubes.
Thank you.
Thank you for picking my picks.
Hey, thank you for picking my
This is
pick.
getting
This is great.
This is getting old.
I love it.
This is just a pat on the back to myself.
Oh, we're number 2?
Yeah, number 2.
Oh, The Matrix.
Oh, Matrix.
I put it higher.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There you go.
Yeah. I just felt like it changed so many things.
Yeah.
You
So
know
this
what I mean?
this is interesting because if the Matrix wins, then this is going to get really cool
As far as points,
Also, if
I've
the-
never
if the-
understood
if the
that.
Fast 5 wins also, it's gonna get really cool.
Yeah.
because the Fast 5 was picked
It's
too. That is
also on
So
correct.
there.
either
Yeah.
way, you can make it cool
Yeah.
any which
It's
way
gonna
you
be
go.
cool,
Yeah.
Vince.
Yeah.
Oh, we're letting him decide, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
Vince
Yeah.
is deciding.
And who deserves second place? Fast 5 or Matrix?
So what does Vince
I,
have to say?
I think both of those have been
Nothing
chosen
yet.
as. Yeah.
He's,
previous
he,
ones.
Yeah.
Beck says he's listening. He's excited. That's the last thing she said. So
That's
he's
funny.
got to vote.
I'm really excited about sending this list to Vince.
Did
to
we
Vince.
already-
Good
we didn't
list.
already promise the list. What? Becky says the list. She was supposed to get the list.
Oh.
Did we say something about
shoot.
No, that's her
it?
husband. So I mean, they're
No,
it's-
Beck is
Oh.
different from Becky.
Oh.
Anyways.
No, I don't think we said anything like
Well,
that.
we gotta vote. We're gonna figure this out. Don't worry, guys.
We got this.
But
Here,
we gotta
you know what I'm
vote.
going to do? I'm going to give them both the list because I'm going to recopy the list on another list and we'll sign both of them.
we'll sign
Yeah.
them
Yeah, that
and
sounds
then,
good.
And
We'll
then
tell you
everybody
which
gets
one's a
taken
con-
care
I
of.
love
There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
perfect. So, all right. Vince says Matrix.
Whoa!
What?
Okay.
Oh, dang. That's
Okay.
awesome for
So-
me.
Matrix. All right. So both
It's very
Ruben,
awesome because
both Ruben,
Oh boy.
both Ruben, and
you guys are twinsies.
both
What did you? What?
Ruben and Josh picked up points for the Matrix.
Oh wow.
So that means
I don't understand the math on this one,
Yeah.
but I'm just gonna let you figure it
Yeah.
out.
we
I don't-
never
I'm trying
asked.
to remember how we handle this.
I don't
So-
want to understand like
so
what goes
it's already
on.
been done. So that means we have to that means we have to pitch something new in that spot.
Oh, well, I have all of my other ones here too.
Okay.
But you can't choose something from your previous part of your list, right? You can just choose something new.
So you have to pick things that didn't win already.
Oh, so it has to be on the list that didn't win.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
yeah, yeah,
okay
yeah,
with
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
No,
I'm
no.
okay with that.
No. It has to be things on the list that didn't win. Did
Yeah.
I say
Your
that?
own list
yes,
that didn't
okay,
win.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Your own list that didn't win. So, for example, like Expendables didn't win for Ruben. He could play that in this
And
round.
which number are we playing for?
So we're gonna replay.
Play two. We're playing
We're
two.
replaying for 2.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
So
playing
Vince
for
is gonna
two.
Vince is gonna pick again.
Okay, Vince, you're gonna pick again.
Oh. Well, I
Wow.
need to see what I didn't
And
win
Ruben, you
on.
can play Fast and Furious in that spot too.
And you can still have
Oh,
switches.
because I didn't win.
Because you
haven't-
didn't win.
But we did. We have Furious 5 right here.
But that's you won, not him.
So I can play a thing, but
He
not
could.
you.
You couldn't play Fast and Furious because you won in that.
But then he's gonna have two. I don't care. Whatever. That
Yeah.
sounds good. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
I know it's weird rules.
Whatever.
I love
You know
it.
who's right? I am. It's my
You're
game.
right.
Yeah,
You're right,
exactly.
Brian. I love
That's
it.
true.
I love it.
All right. So what do you want to put?
So I'll let the winner go.
Oh, what are
Since
you gonna
since
put?
You got the Matrix win.
Yeah, I'm gonna put The Incredibles
Okay, Incredibles.
Okay.
And then
versus.
I'm gonna go with the man who can do no wrong in any movie he's ever done,
The Rock.
who revitalized the Fast and Furious franchise, Fast Five.
Have you seen Jumanji?
Yes,
Oh,
I love
so
it.
good,
It's
right?
good.
Oh.
And I can't wait for the second
Oh.
one.
Fast and
He's in
Furious
that?
5.
I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting to like that movie, and I really
Agreed.
thoroughly
I was
enjoyed
pleasantly
it.
surprised.
I thoroughly enjoyed
Very
it.
pleasantly
Vince has
surprised.
to choose between Fast and Furious 5 and The Incredibles.
All right, Vince. Excuse me. While we wait.
I love how you chose Fast 5 of all the ones.
I mean,
Ew.
That's
I
just
don't
Mike
like
it
that
Fishman.
really
one,
is
yeah.
the best one.
Right?
They all get good, like the 6, 7, and 8.
I thought that said
But like the 5th one was like the pure form of the new ones. you
I
know?
feel like 6 and 7 they started to get like more and more like just out there.
Hey
Yeah.
guys,
I
you
thought
notice
5
that
was
Sarah's
so good.
just playing songs or sounds on her thing because she's checking out of this episode.
Yeah.
I think she's just super excited.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
She's got a new
I'm
toy.
waiting, I'm
Oh,
waiting.
yeah.
She's like a kid on Christmas
I don't
right
know
now.
about the movie she's excited about.
No,
I'm
I don't
really
think so.
excited
I don't
about
think
these
so.
movies.
Yeah, I don't think that's
Okay.
good.
You've
All right,
got to
Vince.
vote.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay. He says Incredibles.
Incredibles.
He has not seen Fast
Incredibles.
5.
All right.
Wow.
catching the bad guys. Pow, pow, pow.
Crash
I
and
didn't
burn.
mean-
Oh, I love the
whoops.
fart one. That's good. All right, number 1. You get to pick. You get to pitch your number 1 first.
Okay.
All right, Josh.
It's hard not to choose like superhero movies for every single number on here.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do like how you chose Avengers 1
Mm-hmm.
as your top one. I chose Endgame as my
Ooh.
top
Yeah.
one because I feel like it had Easter eggs from all of the movies, and it had every single Marvel character that you
Yeah.
would want. It had, it had Black Panther.
Yeah.
It had
Howard the Duck.
Guardians of the
Oh,
Galaxy.
Howard the Duck.
It had it just had everything good.
Yeah.
The very last one, Endgame, and then it was the only superhero movie that's ever made me cry. Like I cried.
Oh.
at the
I
end of
cried
that.
all of them.
Yeah, that was
That was so good. Like
it's
when
a
it,
powerful film.
yeah, where he's like, and I was in the theater with everyone else going, Mbambe, Mbambe. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, passionate.
Okay. Avengers Endgame. What are you gonna
Yes.
put against that?
I'm gonna go with. I think you said it yourself, Brian.
Uh
It's-
oh.
When you think of action movies,
Speak on it.
you
Die Hard.
The first thing that you think of that anyone thinks of
Die Hard.
is Die Hard.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
a great movie.
Die Hard.
That's
is
why I
my
put it on my
number one.
list.
Dude.
My number one.
I love that movie.
All
very
right.
good.
Avengers versus Die Hard. We both have to agree on it.
Yeah.
Avengers
Endgame.
Endgame versus
I
Die
do want to
Hard.
say when any of these movies is playing on HBO or like Fox or
TNT
something,
or something.
dude, I will just wherever it's at. If it's at like 1 hour 45 minutes in,
Yeah.
You're
I
still
will
gonna-
watch the last
Yeah.
15
Like if
minutes.
it's just like at the end when he's like talking crap to the journalist and punches him in the face.
Yeah.
I'll watch.
I will watch all of it.
I'll watch
all
the
of
last
it.
5 minutes of Die Hard.
All right.
Alright.
So Sarah,
Okie
it's up to
dokie.
us on 3.
Okay.
All right. 1,
One,
2, 3.
3.
Die
End
Hard.
game.
Ah, Endgame! I love it. I love it. Thank you, Sarah.
Okay,
You're the
yeah.
best.
I've seen
All right.
it.
Let's put. You know
gonna
what?
pick
I'm gonna
someone
I'm gonna do something I've never done before.
Oh
veto.
no! Executive decision.
I've decided that I was wrong.
Oh, you're
that
gonna switch
if
over.
I had to put Endgame against Die Hard, honestly, at this point, I would choose Endgame.
What
That's-
made you change your mind?
You get so
Because-
much for your money.
Because it's pretty incredible.
It is.
It is.
It is
It
pretty
is.
incredible.
Just so
Yeah.
many things fell into place to make that movie happen.
Yeah, it was the it was the culmination
Oh, studios,
everything.
Studios that hated
Yeah.
each other had to just be like, "Cool, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
We'll make this movie with each
Oh,
other."
I didn't know
Agreed.
about
Sony
this.
and
Sony and
Marvel,
Disney.
yeah,
Disney, Marvel, yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, pretty great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
We're gonna go with that.
Can I
So
see how
Avengers
much I
Endgame.
lost by?
Yeah, I'm gonna add them up right
Okay,
now.
cool.
Why don't you
Cool.
Why don't you give
Oh,
us
honorable mentions.
honorable mentions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honorable mention.
I have
Josh, you go first, and
Yeah.
then Ruben.
I've got so many. I wanna shout out to Mike LaRosa and do the entire Mission Impossible franchise. I couldn't pick one.
Thought that
I
would
couldn't
make
pick. I
it.
couldn't pick one because they were not.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all good as a togetherness. You can't just pick one that will beat any other one on the list. You know what I'm
Agreed.
saying,
Yeah,
Rubes?
it's tough.
You know what I'm
tough.
saying.
I know exactly what you're
Goats
saying.
Protocol.
JVCD was also already referenced, so
Oh,
I was gonna
yeah.
do Bloodsport.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan, just a master of action.
Mhm.
Any of his movies is good.
Oh,
and-
particularly Drunken Master.
Oh god, so good. Lord of the Rings, but I felt that was more like a fantasy
Yeah.
than an action. And Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
those are
Good,
good.
Jet
Yeah.
Li. Yeah.
Epic.
Yeah.
Those are all good picks. What do you got, Ruben? What's your honorable mention?
It's like a salty. No, I don't know. I actually also was gonna pick Mission Impossible as
Yeah,
one of my.
we were talking
honorable
before we got
mentions.
here. We're like,
Yeah.
we're gonna piss off somebody
Yeah.
if we
yeah.
don't put it in there.
Sorry, Mike.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Sorry, Mike
super
LaRosa.
sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Mike
Also-
LaRosa, if you guys don't know, he's a huge Tom
Huge
Cruise
Tom
fan.
Cruise fan.
Big
Like,
time.
Biggest one I
huge.
ever met.
Yeah, and before we jump into more Tom Cruise / Mike LaRosa discussion, I would like to say that Rambo is actually
Stallone, any Stallone
It was
movie.
so hard not to
I
choose
put Rocky
Rambo.
3.
Yeah.
I put Rocky 3 in there.
It was one of the. Oh,
St-
yeah.
Stallone is just a killer.
And then what was the other one? 007.
Oh,
yeah.
any
Oh,
of
yeah,
the.
yeah.
Which one? Which one would you go? Would you throw in
It was
there?
tough, but I'm a big Daniel Craig fan. I
too.
prefer him out of all of them,
Me too.
but
Which one?
Pierce Brosnan though was actually probably one of my favorite films.
No.
GoldenEye.
No.
Oh, that's a
GoldenEye.
good one. GoldenEye's a good
It's
one.
so
That's a
freaking good.
classic.
Everybody likes gold.
That's a classic.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
so
classic
good.
because it's
Yeah.
just so Bondy.
Yeah.
What is there anything? I mean, we'd love to hear from you guys. Is there anything that the audience would like to throw in there that we missed?
Yeah. Any action
Those-
movies that we didn't?
Yeah,
hit?
yeah. Throw them in there.
While
Tell
we're
us.
waiting for them, I'll introduce the winner tonight. So with a score, even though we only have 10 slots, we have a score of 8-3 tonight.
Nice.
Nice.
Josh, you're the big winner.
Yeah.
8-3.
Thank you.
So
Thanks.
Ow!
That one hurts my ears.
That was bad.
Yeah. I am the bomb.
she dropped the
Yeah.
bomb on
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's great.
Josh,
Jeez.
collect your high five from Sarah.
You gotta look me in the eye. Jeez, I'm a lady.
I'm a lady.
Otherwise, you get
Ah.
that throw up sound.
Ip,
Oh, yeah.
Ip Man. Ip Man?
Oh,
I-
Ip Man.
I can't- yeah,
Ip Man with
oh,
Donnie
yeah.
Yen.
Donnie
That's
Yen,
something
yeah.
Evan says.
That's a good
And
one.
Lisa says Ip Man as well. I've never even heard of this.
Oh,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
all three. There's like
There's so
there's
many
three,
of
and
them.
then there's like another addition.
I think
one.
doesn't Ip Man fight Mike Tyson?
No, because Ip Man was the instructor to
No,
Bruce Lee.
No, I'm saying in one of the movies.
Oh well, but like he must have been like 80 or something, so I'm not sure if that's the case.
No,
That's-
not the real Ip Man.
Oh, you mean
Donnie
Donnie Yen?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so sorry. You super confused me. I was like, did Ip Man? I was like, no, he's dead.
That's a
friend.
crossover.
Super dead.
The Bourne
Oh,
series.
yeah. There's a lot of
Oh, yeah.
spy ones that I was just like, Mission,
Agreed.
Bourne.
Right.
Who should I put in
Agreed.
there?
Mortal Kombat.
I mean,
Sure.
I grew up with it, so I'm gonna
Right.
say
Great
yes.
movie. Yeah, not bad.
I know the game.
So nobody used their Switch tonight.
No.
Oh,
We didn't
no.
need to. They were all good movies.
And
I wasn't
knew-
passionate
yeah.
enough to switch it.
Ooh, and one last one. This is this dude I grew up with. Obviously Bruce Lee, yes, but like anything Chuck Norris. So like Lone Wolf
yeah.
McQuade, Missing in Action.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was a good list. You guys did a good job. You want to hear the final list of like if we would have to put this up?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
All right, it'd be this is top 10 list of best action movies. So it's Fast and the Furious at number 10, Indiana Jones: The Temple of Doom
Great.
at number 9,
Yep.
John Wick at 8, Kill Bill 1 at number 7,
Yeah.
Matrix at number 6, Avengers at number 5, Die Hard at number 4, Dark Knight at number 3, Incredibles at number 2, and Avengers Endgame at number 1.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
how it's gonna go.
Nice.
All right, well that is about it. Let's do outro stuff and we'll put this baby to rest. That way Sarah can look forward to a non-movie episode next week.
Yes. No, it's fun. I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal, is it?
No, it's
I
fun.
think it's
No,
fun.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Do us a big favor, like the Comedy Spot Facebook page so you can get notifications when we go live. That's at @SAC Comedy Spot. You can watch these videos, past videos of this show and all the other videos, the original content that we're producing with the Comedy Spot at saccomedyspot.com/videos. That gets updated automatically. Subscribe to the Top 10 List podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. So iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, everything, Stitcher. We're about 3 episodes behind on that, by the way. So you're going to get a dump of 3 episodes probably tomorrow when Brian catches up to
Christmas
editing
came
all the
early.
episodes. Yeah. So if you've been waiting for a new episode, sorry. And what's really funny is you're going to get all of them, and then like 3 weeks later after you listen to all of them, you're going to find out that I was just an asshole. Don't worry about it. Just listen. Whatever. Follow me on social media at Brian C. Comedy. Thank you to both of you for being on the show. Thank you for your support. Everybody who watches this and listens to us, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, it's
Good.
fun.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, follow Riot at Let's Riot
Improv.
Improv.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Riot
on Insta.
Improv.
Yeah.
Cool.
And if you want, also Shortcuts Improv. That's also pretty fantastic as well.
Good
Yeah.
Good plug there.
Hey,
Yeah,
well, we
solid.
try. We
You
try.
can bring your happy ass down and see You the Musical every month on the
Yes.
4th
These
Friday.
Fourth
of the
Fridays.
month.
So
Yeah.
good, so good.
Yeah.
True.
We're streaming. We're going to do a live stream of Anti-Cooperation League every Saturday
Oh,
now.
cool.
Oh, solid.
So
Yeah.
if you're not in town,
That's a good show.
this Saturday, 9 p.m. That should be
Totally.
fun. And if they suck, we're going to delete them. Every once in a while, you have
Sure.
a stinker.
Well, it's improv. I mean, you never
Yeah,
know.
you never
Yeah.
know.
You never know.
All right, let's wrap this up. Thank you all for doing this.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good night.